Hello again. Let's talk about my daughter. My very beautiful, very headstrong, gee, where'd she get that from? Daughter. And why she is the color in my life and literally the artistry, song, craftsmanship, and my best friend. So, Natalie, at the age of 13, started having these feelings that, she wasn't mainstream. She didn't need a boyfriend. She started holding hands with her best friends. She started telling her best friends that she loved them. Natalie, as a child, had ADHD with an anxiety disorder. Now, that all came from many different things that it's not my story to tell. She's an adult, that's her story to tell. But she started finding solace, I'm not good with that word. She started finding her comfort with her friends, her female friends. And she felt for some reason that she had to try and hide those things. When she entered into junior high, she had people approach her big brother saying, your sister is gay. Your sister's a lesbian. And he blew them off like, whatever. Until he saw her kiss her first girlfriend, and he came home and told me. And I was like, okay, well, what are you going to do? That's not any of your business. So I had a little sit down with my daughter, and I was like, hey, this has been seen at the school. Do we need to talk? And she was like, I didn't want you to know, don't be mad, and I was like, why would I be mad? You have a very alternative mom. Why would I be mad? She was like, well, because her parents are mad. And I was like, okay, so what can we talk about? So we had a good conversation, and she had some worries about her friend and her girlfriend, and her parents' reactions, and they were trying to keep their relationship on the down low. Now they're 14 at this point in time, and the girlfriend's parents were very Christian, very no. But I can't be that way because of my own path in my own life and my own choices and my own feelings on things. I needed people to understand why I did things and why I do certain things and what I believed in. And I was like, your mom supports you 110%. I want you healthy, happy, and safe. That is what I want for you. And when someone removes one of those three requirements, they are number one on mommy's list of being guarded. As she got a little older, her dynamics changed a little bit. And she was like, Mom, I believe that I'm pansexual. The moment I sit down to do a video, they all have to say something. I believe I'm pansexual. I love all genders. Trans, gay, lesbian, straight, all of them. And I was like, okay, I need to try and understand that. Generation X here, trying to think along your wavelength. Like I need to better understand. So let me dive into this and then we'll have a conversation. And we did. And I was like, okay, give me a day or two. do some reading, some real reading on some real websites about what this path is and this sexuality is. And, because I want to be supportive. I need to be supportive. That's what your mom is here for. And she was like, okay. So we came back in a couple of days and I was like, I get it. I understand. And she was like, is that okay that, I may date a girl who was a guy who is now a girl dating a girl? And I was like, yes, because now I understand. So for a couple of years, she was off in that journey. She's always had the same group of friends, and they were going through their transitions. She had her best friend became a boy, and, she loves him, supports him through all of it. She had another friend of hers become a boy, and she supports him through all of it. And I love her heart for that. But she found in her own path when she would start to become close to someone and they started dating each other, that a lot of them wanted to do polyamorous relationships. And that's where she would stumble, because she was like, I believe I'm monogamous in a relationship. I don't want to share my partner that I have a connection with somebody else. I don't want them having the same thing that I have with that person. And some people think that that's being selfish, but you can be polyamorous as long as you're happy. I just don't see very many of those relationships being successful the entire length of the relationship. And she said, Mom, I'm definitely a monogamous person. And I was like, okay. So, let's take a step back, even though I totally understand wanting that special person, wanting to have that connection and have that significant other in your life. Let's take a step back, because you're successful, because you're beautiful, because you have a fantastic friends group, and that social scene for you with those people are fabulous. And I say those people because I meant her group. I'm not trying to be wrong, but I mess up a lot. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but she said, okay, I am happy in my life. I just want that extra, love and relationship. And I was like, I get it. As your mom has been in and out of more relationships than Kim Kardashian. So, I get it. So she took a step back for a while, and then just in 2024, she said, Mom, I have done a lot of searching with myself. And she was like, I always gravitate more towards relationships with females. I am definitely a lesbian, even though I love and support all of the groups, all the, trans and everything. She said, for me in a relationship, it would be with another woman. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Again, your mom is here. I love you through it all. I support you through it all. Healthy, happy, safe. That's all I want for you. Okay? And she was like, okay. And thank God, so now she's still on her journey. But I wanted to just share for a minute my gorgeous baby. She is beautiful. Yes, this is her senior picture. And she quite recently decided to shave her hair. But let me tell you, this child has the perfect head for it. And she wears these fabulous earrings. I love this girl with all of my heart. And I will defend her until my last breath on all of her choices. Because she deserves it. And her community deserves it. So, another part of me, a layer to me, my gorgeous daughter.